Hi, welcome back. Sorry, excuse me. I just noticed the date at the bottom left there, over there, like right on the strip, like this strip. Hang on, like at the bottom of this area, right at the bottom, 2021-04-19. Did I load this up on the 19th for the first time? Maybe? Maybe. Interesting. If it's coincidence, it's a weird one. But I do think I booted it for the first time on the 19th. Anyway. Yeah, I hope everyone's well. We're going to play some more Disco Elysium today. And I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good. It's been good. It will continue to be good. Music's good. Once we get in. Right, we got the body down. We were going to start the autopsy. Because apparently detectives do all of it.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy.
Thankfully, at least we got the rubber gloves. Lizzie helped with that.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
So, we got no further than this, so we haven't really started it. So let's ask, what exactly is a field autopsy? How in depth are we expected to go?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Have I?
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Epui Descent, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Why not? What use are you?
You must have me confused with the Copperpedia.
Who's the Copperpedia? Can we talk to him?
You, sir. You are the Copperpedia.
Okay. Well, we already have a Coppo type. Let's get in there.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Right.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
We just fill this in, right?
That's right.
Let's open the ledger.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Nah, let's go. 1, assistant.
That's you.
Let's write Harry Dubois.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says...
Coroner's case number.
KK57-0803.0815.
Dot? No?
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you. That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
My initials, but I wrote my name down. Shouldn't we file the coroner's case under me? Technically, I arrived at the scene before you.
And what would that make the alphanumeric?
Oh god.
HDB 41 0803. Help me out with the time of day, anyone?
It was early, right?
11:11. It's meaningful. 10:15. It's understated.
Oh wait, Inland Empire isn't actually helping. Is 11:11 meaningful? No, we'll go for 10:15. It can't have been much later than that, right? I don't think it was 11 o'clock.
Good. Let's go with that.
The lieutenant is quite surprised you managed to come up with an adequate case number.
Nailed it.
NA. Next.
Date of birth?
NA.
NA. Age? NA. Oh,
Roughly 50.
okay, we can estimate.
Dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
I'm gonna write roughly 42.
He nods.
Race?
Mondial.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
Alright.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex?
Fucky!
Of course, forgot they're here for a second.
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Right, so want to write fucky. No. We're doing the case stuff properly. Male.
Nor does he look male.
I want
with
Kim to
his
be proud of
prominent
me.
belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death?
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
Yep, sure.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
Mm-hmm.
HDB 41 0803.1015 listens motionless with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
11. Evidence of treatment. I mean, how do we treat it?
None. At least not after the initial examination.
Agreed, no treatment.
A silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites.
Huh.
It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosenkrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed.
What's that about?
Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH,
Right.
42 deceased persons found today, 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
Okay.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Start at the top then. External examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
Check the fucking label. Ugh, grim.
See, it's happening.
There we go.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
Yeah, I bet she was.
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Thank God we didn't do that then.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
Easy one here. I don't think so.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design.
Okay.
Tattoos.
Sure. Oh yeah, the tattoos.
The upper torso is covered in a single continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
Kim seems very good at his job.
Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing.
Possibly also, though, enough of a realist that if I had tried to omit the boots and take them, he would have looked the other way, and I'm sure that has its limit, but...
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with the age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Why would I touch the hair? Write it down.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
Uh-huh.
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
Yeah, fuck your velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
I meant for high velocity, I don't think so. He wouldn't even know. Anyway.
Ligature mark.
Produces a small knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. Oh, of the strap. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut. It has the steel reinforcement, right?
The steel wiring.
Yeah.
There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
I'm not going to try with that knife. No, we tried with the gun and that went as far as shooting him, which he didn't write down, actually. We didn't mention the gunshot yet.
We get chain cutters, then try with those. I have a pair in the toolbox of my kinema.
Okay, now we need the toolbox. Let's go.
Damn corpse. We had a good rhythm going.
The kid's going to steal the corpse now. Fucking Kuno. How do we get up there? Do we have to go through her room? I'm trying to run less. After Kim pointed it out, it's made me self-conscious. So, oh, you like running, do you? I mean, not intentionally.
You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Take the chain cutters then.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
Good. I don't think we need to pry bar for anything. No, we should be good.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
We already checked. We already called into the station today. Yeah, earlier this morning, so we don't need to do that. Fuck it, I'm running. Harry needs a workout. Is the corpse still there? Alright, Kuno's not moved. Fucking Kuno.
The rotting man lies on his side with his... The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Right. External examination. Now that we have the chain cutters, let's cut the belt.
Mm-hmm. Cut with as much precision as you can, please.
Oh, I'm doing it, am I?
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
Oh, dear.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Yes, I'm Kuno's pig. What? Gonna just ignore him. Physical instrument low. Look for a good spot.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now, like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose.
Yes, we've got instructions. Nice. Come on then, 72%.
You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold. Then...
Oh god, definitely don't rotate some more. Cut some or fuckity fuck. I kinda think fuckity fuck. But Kuno's gonna love that. Fuck, we'll just cut it.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck that faggoty. Corpse fucking time.
Fuck's sake.
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
Let him work, let him work.
He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision. Snap! The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Here.
Well, I mean, honestly, I would have rather just asked him to try first because our man here isn't too good with the physical stuff.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Okay.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
Oh god, here they go.
No, let's get out and see.
I fucking knew it.
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Yeah, play it cool.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Write it down, move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Huh.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
This scarring is extensive, way more than a law official's.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars.
That fits, though, with the Orionese Special Forces tale. Like, I don't think they were completely lying. In fact, I think they were remarkably honest. The dock workers, that is. The Hardy Boys.
Last item. Hands.
Not picking up the head. I'm going to let him keep working.
Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle.
Were we expecting any? Is such a dumb question. Write it down.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Yeah. Afraid we've got to open him up now.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
Come on, conceptualization. We need no moral. Nope.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it.
Ooh.
Gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Glad I heard that.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
What?
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
Yeah, makes sense. The throat would be fucked.
Respiratory system.
Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. Stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Write it down. Let him keep working.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Wait. Hepatobiliary. Liver, gallbladder. Okay. I'm kind of curious why NA, but I'm going to trust him on this. No, I'm confused. Why? Don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
Oh, I don't think so.
Neither am I.
Alright.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Sure, makes sense.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with a hanging. Gastrointestinal.
No. He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around. To the ground. The pool of feces there.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Yeah, admit the voila.
What's next on the list?
3. Description of injuries summary.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
I'm not going to ask the first one. 1. Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
2 contusions. Cuts, in other words.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Ugh. Alright.
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Kim still has a funny side. I know it.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Right. Next.
3 ligature mark. Wait. What's the 4th field for?
Nothing. Just in case.
Okay. 3 ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters.
Wait, I
The
wonder...
hyoid bone is fractured. The cervical column intact.
I wonder if that 4th box is for where I shot him. Maybe...
I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Opinion fatal injury. It's the hanging, right?
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
Small plastic roll from his bag. He had a body bag. We don't need to ask how it went. Come on, it's an autopsy. What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg
Okay, rip it out.
for processing.
Looks at the dead man one more time, then at the slip of red paper in his hand, then at the corpse again.
He's thinking, did I miss something? You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Stop wasting time, you're smart. Establish probable cause. Damn. Still, I'm going to try. 14. We have 6. So we need an 8 or higher. Give me an 8 plus.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
I'm going to check the fingernails. You never know.
His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them. That's all.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
I think this is just my melodramatic side trying to play it up. Let's leave it to the processing guys.
I worked as one of those processing guys for a year. They are butchers and clowns. I once saw 20 CODs go misidentified in 1 week. Chances are slim to none that they'll find anything useful in processing. In short, you and I are the last line of detection. If you're not sure we got everything, we need to look again. And for that, we need to refrigerate the corpse.
Where do we find a fridge?
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Yeah, rather not go to Kuno.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Yeah, really do.
Only if all else fails.
Alright, let's hurry.
This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Right, yeah. Okay. Wait, I had a point. Charm men and women is so tempting. What do I want? Or do I... Do I want another one of these? I did, didn't I? I want to learn about Guillaume Le Million. Because maybe I can work out and get this smile off my face. Wait, it's linking to the socioeconomics? Wait, do they link in some certain ways? Weird. My authority's way down at the moment. But I don't really want to be authoritarian, it's just that it's hard to get shit done otherwise. Anyway. Let's ask inside. Gart's not going to have anything for us, though, I don't think. But maybe. We did pay our bill. We're not hoboing outside or anything. So we're still a resident. He has a reason to try and be nice to us. And Kim has a room.
Can I help you?
About my bill for tonight.
Got the 20 real?
Yeah.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Sure. I seem to be in need of a fridge.
Yes, yes. For the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse into my fridge, right?
Correct him.
No, we want to put a very important dead body into your fridge.
I don't care. You're not putting a dead body into my fridge.
Why?
Because this is a culinary establishment, not a morgue. I can't believe you even asked me.
It would only be for...
Lieutenant, you too? You're asking too? No. The answer is no. I will not turn this place into some kind of macabre circus.
Let's go talk to the freight clerk.
Sure. I didn't expect Gart to be useful. So it's hard to be disappointed. And the freet, I guess, is this? This is the freet. I think I've got some. Not much, but I might as well.
Stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle.
Wait,
You're
220?
a richer man now.
Oh, actually, I found a lot, didn't I, up on the... Yeah, where he'd had his bender the night before. Up on the docks.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What are you reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Forget about all that. What this is? What is this fashion police feature?
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
So who's the most stylish there? No. Bet your hat would take the prize.
No. I don't like it. I hate it.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Right, let's proceed.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
Can you tell... Do you have a fridge? There we go.
Right behind you.
I need to store a corpse there.
You're joking, right?
Measure the fridge. Never mind, it would never fit.
Yeah, super funny.
Leave. What do we do?
Yes?
Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know? Good.
Ugh. Not helpful. Fridge victim's body. Maybe Kuno or some other local kids. Do we ask Kuno? Oh, we're going to have to, aren't we? I mean, there's the kid. There's the kid on the left over here, outside the bookstore. I can't think who would have a fridge.
Hello again, sir.
Say, child, you wouldn't happen to know a good fridge, would you?
A fridge?
Yes, like a big, big fridge a cop could put a dead body into.
You mean like the ice bear fridge? Man, that's scary.
Ooh.
Ice bear fridge?
Yes, like a bear, but white. There's a fridge below the building in the basement, with red glowing eyes. I went back there once, behind the bookstore. Mum doesn't want me to go there anymore. Not that I want to. It was pretty scary.
And there's a big fridge there?
Yes.
One more thing. How do I get inside the building?
That's a problem. The only way in is through the bookstore, but my mum is pretty strict about not letting anyone in. But I don't know. You're a policeman. Maybe you can convince her somehow.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, see you around. Let's try. This isn't going to be easy, though. I know she's going to be awkward. I know it.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
I was told that there's a huge fridge in the building cellar. Can you lead me there?
A fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books?
For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems like you have to find your own way to the cellar.
What if I want to buy a book?
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? See those shelves there? Go, be drawn.
She
God, I
smiles
hate
and
her.
nods, seemingly relieved. Rigorous self-critique.
Ooh.
Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are. You once jerked off in the locker room and were caught. You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment
Oh,
for
dear.
20 minutes against her will. That's right. These are not flights of fancy. These are real deeds, Harry, emerging from the darkness of your past. You tried shooting a fleeing suspect in the foot, but hit him in the pelvis, crippling him for life.
Oh dear.
And, above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends, you drowned in a neurotoxin. You let misery win, and it will keep on winning till you die, or overcome it.
So int and psi failures heal morale, and phys and mode failures heal health now. Interesting. So I won't lose, I'll in fact gain, and learning cap for pain threshold raised. That's an interesting one. And we no longer have that -1 because that was temporary. Interesting. 4 hours 17 left on that. So, yeah, around about 4:30. A little bit after. Should we go look at some books, try and distract her? Something about lake trout. Sports magazines.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Look through the part. Stalk. Do we want to engage her? We'll look.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Catawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a pick-your-path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag. Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
Anything that really catches my eye?
There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real.
I don't have that kind of money.
That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement, so it makes sense.
Locked because no money.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere.
We'll have a look.
Rows and rows of Heimdall men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Heimdall, Return to Heimdall. And the solipsistic Man from Heimdall and the Heimdall Man.
Good God, how many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Heimdall and the sages at the end of the world.
Whoops.
Man from Heimdall and the false god. Man from Heimdall and the scorched earth. Man from Heimdall, the Heimdall colonies. Man from Heimdall and the swamp beast. Man from Heimdall and the snow crabs.
The snow crabs. Is that all?
Not even close. Man from Heimdall in hell. Man from Heimdall and the forest of slaves. Man from Heimdall under the lake. Man from Heimdall, Heimdall burning. There's even the Trial of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Heimdallaman, and so much more.
Let's try. See if any of the books call out to me. I don't know. Something?
Nothing of interest. Only silence and the cosmic background pain radiation.
Okay. Why was that pain threshold? Odd. What if we go up there? We obviously want to get behind there, but she's going to stop me.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Dick Tracy.
A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books.
Ah, didn't mean to cut him off early, but we'll probably be back. Tome of Fascist Magic.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell. Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner.
I kind of want a map.
The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Storekeep, can I buy these?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
Oh, yeah?
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
You seem to underestimate my resources, but sure, okay.
Yes, yes. Are you interested or not?
Not gonna steal it. Sure, I'll take it.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
And now... Ah, thank you. Right. So... Backyard wall. How do we get fishermen's shacks and church? All that stuff on that side. Esprit de Corps. Formidable. Medium. Okay.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Everyone knows the most interesting thing about fascists was their magic. Yeah. Uh-huh.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Examine the strange trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
And who are the Seminese?
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands.
Isn't that
and
matey up
south.
top? Not Moonface. What was his face? I don't know. Facebreaker?
Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Shopkeeper, what's behind the curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She thinks her pendant's working on me.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you.
She also a
urging you to
fascist?
buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
I'm going to open them.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
Uh-huh.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Mom, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I don't mean to
Really?
be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
is this about the curse?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees. I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
But I sense this place calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
Tired of this. I don't care. I'm opening them.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Like open a curtain.
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Fine. You're not going to help though, are you? I'm still going to end up doing it, I know.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance,
Yeah.
and Biographies of Famous People.
Why are you so uptight about those curtains? I just want to know what's on the other side.
I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you.
Kim, you got nothing?
Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
If it's just a storage room, then why does it have a Seminese ward protecting it?
It's just for decoration. Okay, fine. It's because this place is cursed. Just like Annette said, they don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Uh-huh.
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains.
Okay, now I gotta look.
Take it easy. You've broken her resistance. Pushing her further will gain nothing.
How does this curse manifest?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Annette mentioned that the previous tenants have experienced some financial troubles.
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements.
Uh-huh.
There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Sounds familiar.
Strange. I feel unwanted too. What does it mean?
Truly so? Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. You shouldn't stay in the store too long. It may be dangerous.
Would you like me to take the case? I could investigate, see if the curse is real.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with
Maybe I
the
am.
arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
Drama? We have drama. Convince her to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. Let's do it.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranatural situations before.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I sense the psychic emanations from afar. The sleeper beyond calls out.
I'm not sure I can trust your claims. Honestly, You look like a bit of a drinker. I'm sorry for being so blunt, but
The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook. Go ahead then. Rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes.
I admit I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is parapsychologically taxing.
how do you know all this?
Here we go.
Yes. To D-Bad, that's awful. Your wards brought me here in the first place. The Seminoles' blood also runs through me.
You're part Simonese. Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance.
Mm-hmm.
The
Also,
hand of fate guides us.
also with the same star sign. Uh-huh.
But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
Can't do it. I don't know if you'll back me up here. No problem whatsoever. Your family is safe. The phantoms are no match for me.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
On my honor.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Of course, the entity, for I have sensed its presence.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell, of course.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse?
Oh,
Here's
interesting.
the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin. What you discover? Probably just office space. And the damn fridge.
Alright,
Don't be scared.
laters. Can we go in there now? I'm curious.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
Right, we don't need to go here right now. We'll just leave that. We need to do the police thing first, and then we can piss about. Thanks, Annette. Oh, does that not... Damn it. I thought that was how I had to get in there. I guess I thought wrong. It must be behind the curtains. We'll go in and take a look. Who's this girl in the chimney gonna be?
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Unlock it.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
As if number one. Let's go in. Where's this fridge?
What is this place?
Looks like a gym to me.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. We should find a flashlight if we want to go on. There should be one in my kinema.
Okay.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Alright, calm down. Let's go get the flashlight.
The lieutenant nods.
Inland Empire's a weird one. Not necessarily something to listen to. It just is. Torching it up. Almost went past the car for some reason. Right.
Inside, you see a set of stairs.
Yeah, I know.
A radio microphone. A metallic drawer slides out.
Flashlight.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest.
Easy. Oh, we still have the map.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
Trace a path.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Cypar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North. Finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
Cool. And third time's a charm. Hey Titan, how's it going, dude? Aye, no worries. Smells like leather and sweat. Swap that out for the bag, sure. It's not how you use a torch, but alright. Unsafe wall bars. Weights. Not going to try and lift it.
Barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it feel so familiar?
Leave. We don't need to tell Kim any more dumb shit today. Take that. Shot put ball. Alright. Blocked. Stuffed animals. Airship rotors. Money in the desk. Blue velvet. Alright. Money. Slipstream stuff. Alright. What's the noise?
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
The radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
Huh.
But we are looking for a fridge, and we are pressed for time, so...
On the other hand, it's not that I'm not interested in abandoned radio computers.
We can come back to it.
This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
We'll leave that for now. What's this about, though?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Check the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins.
Has someone been role-playing in here?
Spaced magic. Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin.
Uh-huh.
One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Maybe it's important.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble.
It's
This
not.
is
It's not
clearly
important.
A welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin. Green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
Obviously the high welkin.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
Well, this has been educational, but let's move on from the welkins.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
And for what? All gone.
More roleplay stuff.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin.
It looks...
It looks ghostly and strangely ancient.
No, it looks a lot like a D&D board. Somehow.
The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
What am I looking at? Hold on. How do I know that?
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems.
Oh.
UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Frequencies for what, though?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
Must be an elaborate piece of art.
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled The Game Master Frequency. A note says, This one can listen in on any station it wants.
Oh.
They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap.
If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like.
Hmm.
A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Ilmara. All of this is gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
The cost of airwidth alone must have been huge.
Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Scribbled across a notebook. Developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. Yeah? Are they? Yoink. Got my magnesium.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
Still powered.
The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
Crack it open.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you.
Good stuff.
You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim. It's the fridge, remember?
Of course. A giant ice bear-shaped fridge.
Doesn't like bears.
Just what we were looking for. Let's see what's inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Take the note.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
This is clearly the fridge. It looks big enough for 2 corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
But the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent as we can. Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
Why do I need to know that?
Shall we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
Alright, let's do this.
The body is heavier than you expected.
It just gets
and
done.
Stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
I'm not sure I believe you.
Of course you don't. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in an ice bear fridge. This does not leave this room.
Yeah, I'm not proud either, but we did find a fridge.
As impressive as the fridge is, this is a small victory, among numerous defeats. At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
White check still, but I can retry it now.
Your arms reach out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh. First with your fingertips. It's right under the palm of your hand.
What is this?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent, all around.
In the mouth, I guess?
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track.
Play with it. This feels right.
The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, fragile, even through the latex. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in.
Guess we look.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from his throat. And there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
In the roof of his mouth. Did he shoot himself? Did he? No? It'd be exit, surely. Maybe not. Wait. The edges swollen shut. Edges darkened.
An abrasion collar. This is
Wait.
what we're after.
Say abrasion collar.
Abrasion collar.
Touch it gently.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Oh, that's the term for the wound. Put your finger in.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Feel around first.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake.
Deeper.
Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
There's a cavity cut right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper. Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
You have no option. Wriggle in.
Your fingers reach toward his skull.
We're going to find a bullet.
His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Ice cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and into your finger.
Let's just take it out. Thank God.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just...
Slowly pull your fingers out.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize
Grim.
between your fingers.
Grim. We're like fist deep in this guy's brain.
With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
A bullet.
Drop it in.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Keep it, Lieutenant, as a gift.
No, you deserve it. We can log it later. We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion color. Soft palate, back of mouth.
Got it.
High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
High velocity, temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound. We'll just nod.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Agreed.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark. New opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
he's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Wait, treatment?
Treatment, officer, is an attempt to manipulate the body after
Oh,
death
okay.
to hide the real cause with a false cause. In this case, this injury here.
The ligament mark, the fractured hyoid bone, it was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck, the hanging, even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Agreed.
I have had my doubts for a while now, since I saw there were no signs of struggle on his hands, and no claw marks on his neck.
True, you'd try and pull it off, wouldn't you?
There have been other signs too, small details. Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here, as we did, full-heartedly. Well, no more.
Find the bullet before you get fooled. Oh, by believing it was all of them. That's the thing, it won't have been all of them. They must have been covering for somebody.
We almost fell for it, he thinks. Almost. There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
Doubt it. As he says, no claw marks or anything. Call for unstoppable fighters, guys who won't die, masochists. Pain threshold ignores damage so you can push on, bloodied and crawling, to the bitterest end. It enables you to negate damage you would otherwise take, even mental pain, heartache and loneliness. In fact, these things can become a thrill you seek out and perversely revel in. At high levels, pain threshold turns in on itself in seriously unhealthy way with full-on self-destructive behavior. With a low pain threshold, however, you will suffer too easily. Even a slap from a teenager will make you whine and complain. I wouldn't mind one more pain threshold, but fuck it. It might be time to put more in rhetoric. Logic down, though. I want that at least back to 5. Maybe the bullet holds more answers.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
Who would do this?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
I think that was probably the case before I reached into his brain. What next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
What should I do in the meanwhile?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this.
Okay, so we have an opportunity without Kim.
I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
Do we send him now? We could do... Work alone for the rest of the day. But we needed to go and see Matey at 9 o'clock tonight. We've got to, though. Let's send him.
All right.
There go those beautiful enamel boots. You will never own the full set now. May they rest in processing.
Yeah.
Oh well, in another lifetime.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Bag it and drag it. Oh, I know what I want to go and get. Give me a second to pause game. Just in case. And I will be right back. And I didn't unmute myself. But yeah, Lipton iced tea. Had to. Nicely chilled too. Raspberry. Love Lipton. You normally only seem to get like lemon or peach. Peach is the one you find a lot, which is nice. Actually, I have peach iced tea vape, but yeah. What do we got? A ball used for playing shot put. Favorite pastime of elderly gentlemen. Feel like you should hold on to this, make good use of it. Maybe the old men want it. Handwritten note from the fridge.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Read it.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. S.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Suliswaf.
In the frozen ice cream maker. Take it home. Who wrote it?
According to the note, someone named Sulislav.
No, that's who signed off. Oh, well, yeah, who they were talking to, rather. Never mind.
Someone who owns a radio computer, one might assume.
Makes sense.
It does, but who might that be?
What's a filament memory?
The note doesn't specify. It's part of a radio computer. When not in use, filaments are stored at temperatures below 0.
I think we know that's Kuno, and we know where that is, right? It's in the basement?
Somewhere among the shadows in the cellar.
Let's do it anyway.
The note does not specify. Are you serious? You sure you don't want to hazard a guess here, detective?
Yeah, you mean Kuno.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner.
What about the magnets? Oh no, the bullet. Bullet mushroomed out on impact. Now looks more like a fanciful jacket button than something that could pierce skin, flesh, and bone.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found. Beside his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny, shriveled head of cauliflower.
What do I do with you, Bullet?
The squished little thing has no idea. I know. You should find the gun that shot this bullet.
Find the gun that shot it.
That sounds like something a police detective would do. First, you should learn all you can about this little guy.
Mm-hmm.
Then find the gun that shot it and the person that gun belongs to. He used it to
She,
kill
I think. Don't know why.
Vito.
Inspect it.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
And the core? No, the jacket.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
And the core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound. What's interesting about the bullet thus far?
It's a jacketed bullet close to 5 mil in diameter.
A jacketed bullet, which would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzle loader like those typically found on the streets of Martinez. Very interesting. You have an unusual military-grade bullet in your hand. Now all you need is to find a gun that could fire it.
8% chance? 11 or 12. Let's try it.
A rifle, Revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique.
Kim's going to be pleased with us. Make?
The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago.
Anyone still making them?
No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
Who uses those rifles these days?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for a well-preserved antique, most likely.
Antique store, huh?
Back at the station, the lieutenant is standing at a counter, diligently filling out paperwork to hand over to a tired records clerk. You should share your findings with him as soon as possible.
Feel the bullet?
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The citizens' militia uses cast bullets only. Little pebbles of metal loaded from the muzzle, usually in a cartridge.
Alright, put it away. We did good there, though. What is destroying our authority? Bonuses from items, authority -2. What is it? I don't get it. Unless some stuff's giving us worse negatives than it's showing. I don't really want the extra electrochemistry, to be honest, but I also don't want to walk around without trousers on. Okay. Wash off the smell. Yeah, let's wash that off. Let's do that first because we're gonna reek right now. We put the flashlight away. What would I need to do behind his back? Now we can bathe.
This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right now. Ah, that soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you.
Let's bathe.
The bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons.
Undress, close your eyes, and submerge.
The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting. Like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks.
Noise.
Like sad duckies. You feel nice and lonely. And so tired.
Take the cans out.
Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub.
Imagine something.
You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench. Then, houses along a narrow street. A video rental. Darkness on the planet's curvature.
Linger a little.
Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools.
Alright, let's get out.
The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
I'm cold? Damn it. That wasn't the plan. Do we want to talk to the Hardy Boys? I suppose so. Well, I kind of want to go back and check the other room. But these guys might not be here forever.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Why are you so aggressive?
I am being aggressive? Listen, you moral and unlucky. You are part of a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you are their bodyguard.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the Union's plans?
Look, a comedian. Do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Can we have a little bit more authority, maybe? Or is it time to go hard into rhetoric? Asked and answered.
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Mm-hmm. I just found a bullet in the hangman's head.
A bullet, you say? That's mighty curious.
Truly curious. If you hanged him, how did it get there?
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
Fuck it. We'll go for the drama. I'm going to ask you again. Why was this in the victim's head?
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
No.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique.
Did you guys shoot him?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Fuck off, Glenn.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
They know what we meant. Alright, we'll figure this out sooner or later.
Never been worried in my life, lawman.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there somewhere.
Still have a chance, but what? We literally need... Yeah, we can only get it on a 12. Let's try it, though. You never know.
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
That's it. That's all I got.
Did you already try the gun thing? I hear the gun thing is excellent and has great results.
Uh-huh.
You're probably right. The others are only there for filler, to make the gun thing pop.
God damn it. This is going to backfire. Oh, damn. Oh, I don't know now. I don't want to stomp my feet. Fuck it. This is like the best of a bad situation. I'm the only thing keeping this town from going to hell, and you're not helping.
And what exactly is it you've been doing that's so goddamn special? Shitting yourself in front of us. Going around, harassing kids on the street. Kids who've done nothing wrong. All the while talking racist shit. Don't think we aren't watching, Fascia. People here trust us.
What?
We're getting complaints.
What racist shit?
Fascia. That's short for fascist.
Haven't said anything racist.
Of course you have. You've been calling people Kip left and right.
What?
Inciting race violence in my town.
Kylie said they've been trying to set up a race rally, whatever the fuck that means. Trying to get the Kips out of Revachol before the economy goes to shit.
All I care about is Revachol and its people, and some foreigner thinks.
Shit, boss. He actually is racist.
Of course he's racist. Look at how fat he is.
Wait,
Get
wrong
the
answer.
fuck outta here, you
Shit,
race
wrong
war
answer.
asshole.
Wait. It's too long ago, shit.
We're not gonna march in your rally. Stop trying to recruit us.
You got shredded to pieces there. Should have gone with the gun. What were you thinking?
Can't even see it now. Can't see info. Yeah, nuts. Could do with finding my gun. What's he gonna do now? There's no corpse, huh? Let's investigate downstairs. Who are you? The ship takes off like a silvery mosquito, unfolding its rotor blade arms. A good one?
Yes? Hello?
Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Have a good day. Yeah, I'm not going to harass her randomly. Oh, I'm going to need that torch again, aren't I? Wait. Vaguely androgynous. Looks like Guillaume Le Million. Does it? Is Guillaume going to be David Bowie? Bowie? Don't know. Sending me there again, huh? No, we looked at that. No, we didn't need to do that. Could we find anything behind the chimney?
Old fireplace. The whole thing resembles Kadran.
Nope. It's not like we explored the rest of down here. Ice cream maker. That's what I wanted to look inside. Hidden doorway. 2 rusty rifles. Look inoperable. In here?
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where am I?
Inside, a secret room infested with rats, spiders, and woodlice. Seems like an old weapons cache from the Revolutionary period.
So there's a hole in the wall.
There is. Inside, it's nothing but gloomy blackness. Better not stick your hand inside.
I'll do it.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spider webs, rummaging around. You find a number of rusty rifles hidden away. Most of them are ugly and inoperable, but a single rifle catches your eye.
Poggers.
It's a bolt action with a fine wood stock.
In good condition?
This is definitely the same make of gun as the one that fired the fatal bullet in the murder case. It's not the murder weapon itself, but still, you should have it, just in case.
Sure.
A fit service weapon for a fit officer. Too bad it doesn't work. It looks like it's been out of order for years.
What does this mean? A rifle here? Presumably a revolutionist cache or something?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around Martinez. This is an interesting coincidence. Could prove useful in some way. You don't know how yet, but it might be useful down the road. This is a good find. Really justifies coming down here and looking around.
Hey. Busted guns. Okay. Is this the one with the goodies inside with the filament? Still running.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Try to crack the lid.
You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice
should have
is
had the
too
pry
cold
bar.
for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. No, this is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time.
Really?
Lieutenant Kitsuragi would have a pry bar in his Kanema, but he's not here right now.
So I know. I saw it. I'd left it. Like a fool.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
We could defrost it to get it out, though. Unplug the black cable, defrost it.
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Try again.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice
We'll come back later.
Slowly melting.
1:30. Okay. Give it a couple of hours. Insane mesh tank top, huh? Oh, I have a gun. Of course I do. We know this. +1 drama, clinically insane. Where did you even get that one? No, really. Who put it in that drawer? Physical instrument. We'll keep that, I think. Have some more drama. Let's be more dramatic. Intercom wires. Let me go check this way before I go up those stairs.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Oh, this is the chimney. Are we going to go in? No, not alone.
Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Look inside.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice, or several voices, talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
Am I getting carbon monoxide? I hear the murderer of the hangman talking. We can try and wish it into existence.
Maybe it's coming from somewhere upstairs. You should investigate.
Should we yell?
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello?
you've awakened the entity.
Hello, are you there? Speak to me.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
Okay.
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
Winning! We'll leave. Wonder if that's where the office building was. Is that the safety curtain? Oh, hello. Cellar window. Ah, there we go. Huh. Wait, how do I... Back to the same place. Let's go back through, see what we can find. Up on the second floor. Let's look at this again.
The dusty radio computer sleeps on its wired frame, forgotten and unused. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
Leave it for now. I think Kim wanted to be involved in this. I think he'll appreciate it.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
I don't get it.
Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
What a strange leap of imagination, and yet they still failed. How sad.
Reality is ruthless.
Yeah, I guess it's just that she opened. I don't know if it was meant to achieve anything else, apart from give us a shortcut round. Holding the button. Can't see anything fresh. No idea. Don't need that. Do we even need to talk to her again? Why not?
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
The dark sarcophagus.
Yes, yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
It was a charnel house of failed business enterprises leeching life energy from this bookstore.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us. But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the... Entity?
You don't have anything of substance to tell her until you found that entity of hers.
Second floor. Maybe it's the apartment building? How would we get up there? Do I want to give the... No, they're not here. They're further up. Do I want to give the old men the shot put? I don't know.
Whoa. What have we here?
A bridge?
A bridge with loose nails and rotten-fisted wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was one.
Whatever, let death come. I'm a Revacholian badass. Yeah. Did it. I'm a boss. Oh, wait. No, not this way. Yeah, the apartment building's behind it. That wouldn't help. Although, how do I get up there? Balcony, maybe? Gonna make Kim so proud. I'm gonna do so much police work. You'll see. Wait, I need to equip the bag so I can see the trash, right? Checking up here first for that. Door is locked. Chair's new. Someone lives there. Hi.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
That's right. We've evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Is that heavy fuel oil?
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? This shit is pumped out of government vehicles.
Some pretty clever cultural commentary.
You ain't seen nothing yet, piggy boo.
So you won't talk about the murder, but maybe you can tell me something about the murder victim's missing armor.
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Isn't armor art? Art for the body?
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell. If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time.
Got it.
Piggy, I have no idea why I just told you that. You look like a shaggy dog left in the rain for too long. I have a weakness for animals.
Well, aren't you great?
Why does art inspire you so much?
It does, yes, but what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Would I fit into the art world? I mean...
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes. Disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
I guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, You seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Okay. 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it. Wait, but don't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished?
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
No, we don't need another Copo diversion.
Bravo. Continue, then, the mediocre and vulgar epigones of the world. So what if everything is incomprehensibly shit and you can see it? Take no responsibility.
Kind of regret that.
This was a good call. That guy probably thinks forensics is autism too.
Yeah. Kind of regret it, but I do think it was the best choice. What's this door lead to? Let's have a look. Cindy sleeps here. Rats. Lots of rats. Forlorn labourer genes. Plus electric chemistry minus 1 reaction speed. Reaction speed or savoir-faire? I mean, basically lets us get shit done. But reaction speed includes thinking on your feet. Yeah, I'll keep the reaction speed. Are all these ones that require pry bars, I guess? Oh, I missed out on a load of free goodies.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Form a guess?
A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line.
Taking the ocean?
The waves of the Martinez Inlet rolled over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscured the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean.
Look at the ruins.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
We know who did this. Let's go. It was the Lally Lule Low. Drugs raise learning caps. Interesting. But drugs are bad, okay?
just a five-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers, the iconography of communism, in other words. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is the star upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order.
Sure.
Also, some social democrats were already using it.
And why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
What does it evoke in me?
Gone. Gone is the glory of hope. Only the scribblings of impoverished students remain in dirty hallways.
Thought I was meant to get refilled for these.
You are the big communism builder now. It's you or no one.
Where's my inspiration for that? No? Where did that go? We needed a pry bar, right? Oh, it's not been that long. I was going to go and recheck the freezer. Right, we got a link to that. Little girl in the fishing village. Not that way. Oh, there's the old folks, though. They might have something.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul, if he's got principles.
I saw the statue near the roundabout.
Ah, yes! King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
Yeah, sounds about right.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
And how should a true king rule?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Seems to me a leader should take care of his people before himself.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The Carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
Let's move on.
Right.
Rene, I found your guard booth.
Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the night. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
You must have seen something on the night of the murder. No, do we do that first? Do we even want to bring this up? I kind of regret taking it, but now we got to, right? I saw a picture in there. You were in it. You looked happy. Who's the girl?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
Right, shit.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
You must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the yard.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
So who was working your shift that night?
No one. The bus has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
So you're saying the container yard has been unguarded for a week?
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before, René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
So it doesn't matter if you're there or not.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Uh-huh.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Hmm. No, we don't need to get the elderly back in the market. I don't... See, I believe in that in principle, but I'm not egging up Evra. Absolutely nothing wrong with tear collecting. It's my side thing too.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply there's something wrong with that. I do it too. Everyone does it. It's an excellent side thing.
Yes, yes, yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard booth now?
He is not going to become an entrepreneur.
Got it.
Yes, yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
Slightly better chance now. Let's keep going a bit more. Is there anything you can tell me about this rifle?
It's a Bell McGrave, 4.46 caliber, breech loading, Revachol made. Good weapon, accurate and reliable.
Not what I heard.
This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
In the in the basement.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
Okay. Let's try it. Let's find out what it is about this old soldier that makes him stand so proud.
Still, all you see is an old soldier refusing to replace his uniform with a civilian attire.
Anything else I can assist you with, officer? We still have a game to finish.
Need more composure. What about you?
Officer, the mere sight of police in Martinez makes me feel safer already. How can I help you?
You mentioned Jean-Marie Bolu? Who is that?
Oh, sweet Jenny. She was the finest woman in all of Revachol. Maybe the entire world.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston. Let her rest in peace.
So you both know her? No, let's leave this.
Sure, officer. It's better for René's flickering ticket too. Not that he'd ever had made anything that needs tinkering.
Alright. Can't go that way. Gotta go around. Looking for like the fishing district, right? But I can't cross here yet. What about an... You might have an idea about the gun?
Hello again. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask about my missing gun again.
Sure thing.
Have people from the Union come here to track it?
Maybe. Shady looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Right, Roy.
People as oleaginous as Everard seem like they're lying, even when they're really being truthful.
Can I... Where can I find them?
My apologies, officer.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just have to hope Everard wasn't lying, and the Union can track her down in time.
Sure, man.
Is there something I'd like to sell?
Have a look.
Check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
My morale healed? Why did looking at these heal? Postcards? Okay. We're done.
Another time, perhaps.
What's that one about?
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. The print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Heimdall burning. The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar.
Yeah, we saw the comics. All right. Let's continue looking around. Nothing here. This is the limit. You?
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Where to go then?
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Nothing new. Should we try again?
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is grey like lead.
Gotta be something there though, right? Do we go talk to Everard? Or anyone else?
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
Can I just walk past Measurehead? No.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Nope. Still nothing going on in here.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever. The drawer.
We don't need that. Do I try it?
The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up the handset.
Fine, we'll try.
The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Let's try a random. Oh no, we're going to call the ex-wife.
It's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Right now, your finger is just drawing vaguely occult patterns in the air.
Useful patterns?
Undoubtedly, no. Sure, why not? Muscle memory is a tricky thing.
Okay. Can I put the thing back?
This is the Night Watchman's booth. The name on the door reads...
We never got to have a seat and rest, did we?
The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons.
Breathe deep.
Stale air floods through your nostrils. Not a single mote of dust floats inside your lungs, though. The inside of the booth is immaculate.
I'm not searching for a little something something. We are not getting wasted in the booth.
Exit the booth.
I refuse. Wait, there's bottles. Ah, there are bottles. Not visible though. What would happen if I moved the crane? Very curious. Pry bar for that. Yeah, we need a pry bar for a lot of things.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
You're an asshole. Should we just poke? I'm told the union is involved in the local drug trade.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
No comment.
Harry, you wound me, Harry, in the heart. But I trust you to put this to bed. Do what you must, and let's change the subject, shall we?
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
Aren't you going to ask me how I got in?
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age...
Say nothing.
The big man peers at you over the rims of his glasses for a moment, then interlaces his fingers and rests his chin on his hands.
Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
Let's go over some shit.
Let's hear it, Harry.
Have another look at that folder. Let's try.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
That's not an RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
He got the name from the Census Bureau and everything else from your behavior here in Martinez.
But I really got you good there for a moment, didn't I, Harry? Now, what can I do for you?
That means he doesn't really know anything about you. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
So the Census Bureau says my name is Harry Dubois?
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on. See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
I really want to get something on this guy. Don't even care what. Who to talk to? There's the old bougie lady, the company woman. Maybe you? While we're here?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Had some questions.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
What do you mean by taking the soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Something is off about this borscht. I'm going to look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
Sure.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
What did I mean, though? Cook's making it. Alright, let's see what that's about. Really wish I'd taken that pry bar. Damn it. You got anything else?
Right to work. Right.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave you. I assume you've got nothing of use.
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm glad you understand, though. Let's check what's in here.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Leo said you're friends with Manana. Is that true?
The mention of Manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again.
What's in the borscht?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his and then seems to wait for you to speak. I'm pretty sure he asked you a question. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Yes. Mercury rising. Fuck it.
Borscht need more vodka?
He's putting booze in it.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
No vodka, cut it.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
Did it?
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Touch it.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older.
Push it.
The door does not budge.
Okay.
The door stands silent, unmoved by your words.
I'll be back. Can I just go and stare out the window?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
It's not time yet. Squint.
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside.
So we need a 9 or higher.
Nothing. Just black tangles like the hair of an old woman. Motionless. The wind in the yard doesn't reach the hawthorn, nor does the light come in from
It's
this
not
window.
yet time. When will it be time? And if it's visible now... I'm confused. But I think we might call it a little bit early today before I get into something else, because if we talk to that old woman, it's probably going to be a lot of shit. In fact, let's run up that way before I forget. Let's see. Let's actually see first if she has anything new. Wait, maybe we can tell her it's not a curse.
Hello, sir. How is the investigation going? Found any curses yet?
Found a way into the doomed commercial area.
Oh, that's great. I hope exciting adventures lie ahead. And maybe you can help Mother become less afraid.
Nothing. You got a triple dab? How's it going, Neff? I'm not seeing any bottles or anything either. I need more. I've only got enough money for one more night's lodging.
You're back.
Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright.
What can I help you with?
This game's super interesting. I currently... I can't show from here. I'm up to 17 communism. Big success. By the way, I talked to Everard Clare.
You have?
How
And
did
how did you like Mr. Clare?
How did the hunting go? Did you fill in the missing gaps? He's a bloated rainbow socialist.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually, corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic, Verm-like corruption, reaching into the bowels of the earth.
Well, I mean, I tend to play / stream Monster Hunter at the weekends, but I'm way further behind than you. But if you wanted to do some co-op stuff, you're always welcome to pop in. I tend to run it pretty open. Solo stuff usually, and then if people turn up and want to play, we'll play. But yeah.
Of course.
Always an open invite.
I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a Verm myself. But if you felt like passing some information, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things.
So I found out this main voice actor for the game, the guy who does like your voices, your internal monologues, not even a voice actor before this game apparently. I don't know where they pulled him from. Does an excellent job, and a lot of it is because it's not being read by a professional voice actor, it's just being read. Definitely makes it stand out. But yeah, whatever monster it is, Neff, has got to be in the game, because they usually only add the DLC monster weapons to the list once the monsters are added, right? With the same update. Otherwise, it's just hidden. I assume... Have you finished the game? There's probably a couple of odd things at the end, right? Although I do hear it's lacking an actual end game. Mr. Evra is helping me find my gun.
Oh. That's so helpful of him. So very, very helpful. And how is that going? Do you have any leads on that gun?
He says it's almost ready to be found soon.
Did he now? Well, then it should be any day now. Unless, of course, he's lying to you. Anyway, was there anything else you've heard?
Oh, I mean, even I've seen credits. Come on. I've seen the first credits. God knows how many lots of credits there are.
Perhaps he is.
Rather talk about something else. Wait. Nah, fuck it. No, I'm not talking to her.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat.
Yeah, I know in World I saw credits like 4 or 5 times.
Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
I'm not sure if you're being serious, Neff. Why would I mind? You're right. I publicly advertised this Discord on stream for everybody except you. Fuck off. Alright. Well, let's have some more questions about reality. They're fun.
Lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead. Ask me anything.
You're all good, Neff. You're all good. I'm just joshing. It's not like I've spent enough time on the internet, and also offline, quite frankly, and including myself, around socially awkward people. We tend to flock to Twitch. It's a weird one. And we tend to get followings of equally socially awkward people. It's a wild world. Twitch is for the meek. But if you have any interest, by the way, in like narrative, story-led RPG, this is more of an adventure game than an RPG, but I guess dialogue options and stuff. Yet to find any kind of combat. Highly recommend this game. This game's great. Let's think of something close to us.
It remains
I didn't
a
do it.
mystery what you mean by this something close. This isn't about you. It's about reality.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
You know what? I'm going to get info just so I can use it against Evra. So, for context, we're an alcoholic detective in a post-communist state after the revolution happened and then it all kind of fell apart. And this woman here is basically representing a corporate interest, and Evra Claire is the leader of the union, albeit horrifically corrupt. It's really obvious when you look at him what they're going for. I mean, subtlety isn't really a word I'd use around that guy. I'll go show you if you want after this. In fact, we'll go do it anyway. He's a bit of a pain to get to, but fuck it. Tell me about this alleged drug trafficking, because yeah, I'd like some leverage on him.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
What kind of ingredients are we talking about here?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
They come through the terminal.
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
And you want us to investigate. Usually I'd have a partner, but I've sent him away with the corpse. We didn't create the corpse. I did shoot him a bit while he was hanging there, but he was already dead, so it's fine. And I might have bolt cutted his neck a little bit too, but these things are done.
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Am I going to need bolt cutters for this?
Unlikely, officer. I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they may be vulnerable.
I wasn't trying to. I was just trying to cut the cable from his neck that was so we could do a post-mortem. Although I have already stuck like most of my hand up through his mouth and into his brain, which I guess, yeah, you get your hand in the mouth and then I kind of fished around in his brain for a bullet. It's pretty grim.
How convenient that they're stranded like beached whales at that roundabout.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
I reckon it's the racist guy.
Her irises are light green, like the river.
Super sus.
In bright daylight.
He was already sus.
Upstream, where it's clearer.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Uncovering Union secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded, is it?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue. Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier?
We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
No one wants responsibility for this shithole. That's not really my area. I just want to get to the bottom of this.
Well, here's your chance.
Do you have proof that the union's involved?
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight. It's true they drove a number of the local businesses to bankruptcy preparing for this venture. I've talked to a few business owners. It was quite the shakedown, but the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men.
So you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients for drugs?
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
Well,
it sounds like she tried looking into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would confide in.
No. We already have some suspicions that one of the drivers was present at the lynching.
The two might even be connected.
Thought so. Let's discuss something else.
She simply nods.
Let's go. Should we try and find him real quick? No, we'll leave that. We'll leave that. Investigate the lorry boys. I'll go show you Evra Claire. He seems like a really trustworthy kind of guy. And he definitely didn't make me sit on a tiny little chair that dug into my asshole and caused me physical pain. He's a lovely man. Although, speaking of actually, Neff, you should be familiar because you might be in this game. I don't know, judging purely off the kind of response I get from trying to talk to her.
Hello again, officers.
Ah.
Have you come to admire my mural?
She didn't call me fucko today. Damn. Is that bed in the coal room your... Oh, I didn't think to talk to her about that.
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Neff also seems like a coal miner. It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
Cool, alright.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
It's hard to get upset about being called Piggy when I am a cop. Speaking of... Didn't I... No, I didn't pick up Art Cop. I'm resisting Hobo Cop, although the temptation is there because it saved me 20 real a night just to have a roof. And we're not internalizing advanced race theory. Maybe on the next playthrough we go racist. Yeah, the playthrough options on this. I mean, I can see 3, maybe 4 decent ones, mixing up the stats and stuff. Next one, I kind of want to, because I've got 5 intellect, 3 psyche, 1 physique, and 3 motorics right now. Next one, probably go like all physique and motorics, or all physique and psyche, maybe? Or like 1 intellect. I don't know. Just be like big buff dude, but also really dumb. Go for the opposite end of the stereotype. Currently, if anybody says something too aggressive to me, I'm just going to collapse. But yeah, before... Let me show you the joy that is Evra Claire. Although, I do also now know that I'm on a timer. But don't know how long that is. I kind of assumed tomorrow, but now thinking about it, that's when they were coming to clear up the waterway, right? And not necessarily drop the bridge. Doopy doopy doo. I should put the bag away, really. I'm not finding any fresh rubbish. Or recycling, rather. However you want to look at it. Come on then, fucko. That word's going to seep into my vernacular. I don't really mind. Expect more people to get called fucko in the future. Hi, Evra Claire. And if you think it looks bad right now, wait till you see this profile picture.
Mr. Dubois, every worker...
A member of the board.
That's right, Mr. Dubois. I see the socialist democratic fervor now burns in your heart, too. How can I help you today?
Kill it with fire. I would if I had the option. Do I tell him? So he was having somebody hand out borscht filled with vodka. I had the cook take the vodka out. I think he's trying to keep them drunk and rowdy. Do I let him know? I'm going to. Fuck it. Turns out the strikers were being served an alcoholic brew. I stopped this madness.
I don't know what that means, Harry, but I love it. I love your initiative. Knowing you're out there keeping things running lets me focus on the big picture stuff.
Fuck this guy.
Don't even tell me what was going on. Alcoholic brew? Stronger? Stopped it? Strike? I'm just gonna let you surprise me, Harry.
Alright. Fuck you. You're saying he's not your type then. Got it. Like, I don't know. They don't even try and make him likable in any way. But sure. Right. I'm going to go get back close to the middle of town before I save up. Just because I really don't want to start a stream with having to navigate back around. I'll probably just end up lost. And we will pick this up again, I guess, either next Wednesday if Simp is not around for Divinity. Otherwise on Thursday? I guess I gotta do some more Pillars of Eternity Monday, Tuesday. Really gonna be even harder going back to that game after this. We'll try. We'll try. We'll see what we can do. I fully expect not to even look at the DLC for that game. It's so meh. Let me go down. Let me do it. Right, anyway. We did it. We got a lot of stuff done. We did an autopsy. We found the real cause of death, which could have avoided us entirely, I think, quite likely. It wasn't a particularly easy find. We failed some really easy skill checks and succeeded on some really hard ones, so keep playing until someone's on fire. I feel like that's a better time to stop. I mean, I don't even... Here's the thing. I don't even have anything on me that would... I've got a bottle of alcohol, some chain cutters, a flashlight, a ledger, some random clothes, a pen, a handkerchief, a picture, an antique gun, and a shot put ball. I don't see how with these things I'd create fire. But I'll work on it. I promise I'll work on it. I'll let you know once I achieve the fire. But yeah. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for joining the Discord. If anyone else wants to, there's a Discord command, or there's the bot that spams it all the time anyway. Yeah. Let me just go and kick. How do I boot Neff? Yeah, have a good one, folks. I'll be back tomorrow with Monhun. So yeah, as I say, if you want to jump in, I'll probably be on like around 3-ish, hopefully. Maybe a bit later. We'll see. Depends if I grab snacks after work, at which point I may have mini snack slep combo. Yeah. We should be all good. Have a good one. I'll catch you later. Bye.